Do you go to the grocery store with the best of intentions, but somehow wind up bringing home all sorts of things you didn't intend to? I'm Nancy Nash with Starfish Strength, and today I want to share my tips for a healthier grocery trip. I'm a fitness and behavior change coach who's lost over 150 pounds. Well, that's a fun headline I get to say now, but the truth is it took a lot of small steps to get there, and they weren't always forwards. Some of them were sideways or even backwards. I'm still not perfect, and I don't expect you to be perfect either. But today I want to share some of the things that have helped me reshape my behavior at the grocery store, and I hope that you take away something that you can use to take the next step in your wellness journey. My first tip is one you might have heard before, and that's to not go to the store hungry. You don't have to eat a 5-course meal before you go, but just make sure you have a healthy snack and you don't have those tummy rumbles. A really interesting study found that hungry shoppers were more likely to impulsively buy not just food, but non-food related items, things like binder clips. I mean, I guess you could fashion it into some sort of silverware. But anyway, go to the store feeling fed and you'll be much more inclined to stick to the plan. My second tip is to make a list before your trip. I like to make a list of possible meals that I'm going to make right on my grocery list, and then note the quantity of each item I want to buy. That way, when I find myself zoning out in the cracker aisle again, I can consult my list. It feels like a roadmap, and I know where to go next. It does take a little more time up front, but it really does save me time when I'm there, and I give myself opportunities to make better choices the more I consult it. So speaking of zoning out in the cracker aisle, my next tip is that I try not to go down aisles that contain items not on my list. For instance, if I know that I'm someone that really feels powerless going down the chip aisle, maybe I should make this the trip where I try not doing that. Habits really do thrive on familiar sights, sounds, and smells. And when I don't give myself the opportunity to gaze lovingly at my favorite treats, I give myself an opportunity to make better choices that support my goals. So my next tip is about sales. We just talked about how we're drawn to familiar sights, and where can I find like every sale item? In plain, full view, probably on an end cap. I looked through a lot of consumer research putting together this video, and one of the most interesting things that I learned is that stores can count on up to 50% of their profit coming from the things that they put on sale or are a perceived sale, which is crazy when you think about it. Now, I love a good sale. I grew up in a big family. I learned to shop unit prices when I was in grade school. I am so proud of myself when I save money on things. But now when I see a sale, I pause and I ask myself, is this a good sale for me? Is it a good nutritional bargain that supports the greater goals that I have for myself? Just pausing to ask myself a thoughtful question gives me another opportunity to make better, more informed choices. My last tip really requires some honesty with yourself. I try not to buy foods that I feel I have very little willpower around. And for me personally, that would be foods that I have finished alone while I was feeling down. So I can say, I'm buying all of these Oreos for a family picnic. But in reality, do I know that I'm going to wind up finishing those by myself in front of the TV? Again, only I know the answer to that question. But pausing to be really honest with myself about my current relationship with this food can give me another opportunity to make better choices, not just now, but reshape habits moving forward, one step at a time. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I hope you found something today that you feel you can use to seize your inner star. I'd love to hear what tips have helped you reshape your behavior in the comments below, and let me know what topics you'd like to see me cover next. If you did find this video helpful, please check out the rest of our channel and consider sharing it with someone you think it would help. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.